two, 1 2, 1 2, 1 2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Let me see what I sound like before I get to going with this. Folks have been asking me to start a podcast, and I kept saying, "Well, I ain't gonna do that because it's too much work." I don't know how long these podcasts gonna be. I don't know what they're gonna be about. I don't even know what it's called. I'm thinking I should call it the I'm Just Talking podcast because I feel like I'm just gonna be talking. Well, that's stupid. But everything is stupid until you make it something. Cardi B is getting sued because she threw the mic. Why is it that fans think they have a ownership over artists that they really, really love and enjoy? Because it's crazy to me that this lady in the video once Cardi B responded, another clip came out where the girl was almost like apologizing, like, no, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It's almost like people do that stuff just to get attention. But it's like, why are you trying to get my attention that way? You got my attention, but why are you trying to get it that way? Like, why is it that it can't just be like I don't know how to. I just don't grab my attention. Don't try to gain my attention by insulting me or knocking me down or throwing stuff at me. Now, whenever Cardi B reacted like Cardi B usually reacts, you know what I'm saying? But she has a right to react the way she want to react though. Like, dog, like, why are you throwing stuff at me? Now, as a superstar, megastar, a humongous star, probably wasn't a great idea to throw the mic at the lady. Simply because exactly what's going on now, she's being sued. She's being charged with battery after concert goer struck with microphone. You lose for defending yourself, Cardi B, right? And you lose for just allowing something like that to go on. As a superstar, you have to be very conscious of that kind of stuff. Because if you react with the same energy that the fan is giving you, you are gonna be the one that loses because you have more to lose. Clearly, if someone puts hands on you, your best response seems like nowadays is to just take it as a star. You just got to take it, because if you respond the way you're supposed to respond when somebody puts hands on you, now you're going to be charged and you're going to be sued for an insane amount of money. But hopefully, with all of the evidence but then again, dog, she still threw it. Like, even like they say at my job, like, if you get into an altercation with the coworker, it doesn't matter who starts it, even if you finish it, you're both fired. So it's crazy that they expect you to just get hit, punched, and just be like, oh no, I'm not gonna fight back because I don't want to lose my job. Shucks. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't react the way I'm supposed to react. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna react the right way, because I've never been in a situation like that, so I don't know how I would react. But it's hard for somebody to be punching you or have punched you, and especially men. I feel like men, we have this ego thing where it's like, I can't let you punk me. You know, I can't let you punk me, especially if there's people around. Oh, I can't let you do that. That's an ego thing. I don't think it's a good thing. I don't think having an ego of that size is a good thing. But it is what it is. Like, you feel like you're not about to let nobody just punk you, especially and then you know the people around. Oh, come on, dog. So I'm just supposed to let you hit me, and because I want to keep my job, I'm not gonna hit you back. The smart person should say, yeah, I'm not gonna hit you back because I want my job. I need my job. The emotional person gonna say, F that job. But tomorrow or next week, when you get that last paycheck, that last paycheck arrives, then you'll be like, man, I probably should have just, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you have a good job making good money. Because when you have a good job making good money, we ain't trying to lose something like that. But anyway, back to Cardi. Yeah, man, it's a lose-lose situation, bro. It's a lose-lose situation where you just got to take it. But everybody that follows Cardi B knows she's not the one to be played with. Is it just me, or is Threads not doing what we thought it was going to continue to do? See, the hype was whenever it first got announced that it was coming and it got created or whatever, it had like 100 million downloads in that one day. So everybody was like, oh, Twitter is about to be done. Twitter's about to be done. Because now I'm like, I'm right back on Twitter, dog. You know what Threads reminds me of? The Popeyes chicken thing, where it was the talk of the summer. Oh my goodness, Popeye got this new Popeye chicken sandwich, and everything is better than Chick-fil-A. Chill out, fam. Because everybody that was saying it's better than Chick-fil-A is right back at Chick-fil-A a year later, 3, 4, 5 months later. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's Threads, the Popeyes of the industry, where it's hype at the beginning and everybody wants it because it's the hot new thing. But after a little while, it just subsides into the background and you don't really think about it. Because even though Twitter changed its name from Twitter to X, which I don't see the big deal. I mean, but I'm also new. I'm lying. I'm not new to Twitter, but I'm new to like trying to use it consistently. I wasn't on it like how y'all were on it whenever it first came out. But like, so it might affect y'all a little bit more to where, man, they changing the name. Elon Musk sucks. Bruh, first of all, Elon, I see the vision. But I also understand the people, because the people are like, bro, we've been used to this for so long, this way, how it's being done for so long. That's why they say change is hard, because it takes a while for people to adapt to like to this specific way of living, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be like, nah, we're gonna switch it up. And Elon Musk, as soon as he bought Twitter, he just started going crazy. He just went crazy with the changes, firing people, doing all types of crazy stuff. Like, no, like, bro, you can't do that to people. You got to ease people into situations where if you know these changes are you got to ease us into it, bro. And he didn't do that. But back to Threads, I feel like Threads ain't doing what I thought what everybody thought it was. I barely go on Threads now. It's only been like 3 weeks since it became, since it became a thing. But I mean, I don't hear nobody talking about it no more. I don't hear nobody talking about it. I don't see much people on it. Then again, I don't be going on it that much to know. So I don't know. I feel like it's just another social media. I feel like Threads made it convenient. That's why we all jumped on it. It made it convenient because you get all of your same followers once they join, or you follow the same people once they join, unless you go and edit that. So it made it convenient to way, and you don't have to like make a whole new profile, add your email, add your this, add that. It's already done. You just got to like add. So it was very convenient. And that's where they got us. Because if you read the privacy and whatever settings or whatever, or like the sign up thing, it tells you that in order for you to delete this, you got to delete your Instagram. A lot of people didn't know that because I didn't know it. And guess where I learned it? On Twitter. Everybody was like, did you read your privacy and say? I was like, no. And then they show you the picture where it says, in order for you to delete Threads, you have to delete your Instagram. So now you're forever connected with that, because ain't nobody deleting their Instagram, not talking about it. Nobody deleting the Instagram, bro. Instagram is a staple. As much as y'all talk about Facebook, Facebook is also a staple. Facebook is like Netflix. Don't matter if they put out dope shows or whack shows, better said, we're still gonna keep it because we're already in it. Like, it's already there. Like, you're gonna have Netflix for forever. I feel like I'm gonna have Netflix for forever. I had Netflix whenever they had no original content, all of the old shows, because they couldn't afford none of the new recent shows or movies. I've been having Netflix. So now that it's become what it's become, I'm not leaving Netflix. So that's what I feel, because people be talking about Facebook. I mean, I might not go into Facebook a lot, but I'm not gonna deactivate it. It is what it is. So Instagram ain't going nowhere. So your Threads clearly isn't going nowhere because you're not going to delete your Instagram. But I say all that to say, I feel like Threads was just the hype. I think Threads was the Popeyes chicken of this time because I don't hear nobody talking about it like talking about it no more. Twitter is more being talked about. Well, now that they changed the name to X, it's being talked about. And how do you continue to build? Just be talked about, positive or negative. And that's something Elon Musk is doing marvelously, because he's being talked about regardless, whether good or bad, he's being talked about. And hey, bro, I forget what the saying is, but it's like no publicity or bad, something about publicity not being bad. Doesn't matter if it is bad, it always turns out to be good because now you got eyes on you. Elon Musk has eyes on X. And first of all, and second of all, you're wrong for putting that sign on the Twitter building, Elon, because and it's blinking, bro. I don't know if the building in front of it is apartments or if it's just like an office building. Even if it is, if it's, but it's worse if it's apartments, because at nighttime that's like just blinking bright. How am I supposed to sleep with that, brother? What if I catch a seizure? Or what if I suffer with seizures and this induces a seizure? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That building must be owned by Facebook, and Elon is like, nah, I'm gonna get y'all. I'm gonna get y'all. That's crazy. But now to talk about a show I'm watching. This show is called Your Honor, and it starring whatever, Bryan Cranston. You might know Bryan Cranston from what's that? You might Breaking Bad, and the dad from that show he used to be on. I can't remember because I didn't really watch it, but it was a popular show. It was a funny show. But we all know him from, for the most part, Breaking Bad. And I feel like Your Honor is so dope. I'm only on season 1. I've seen 6 episodes. Your Honor talks about, I'm not going to spoil nothing for y'all. The premise of the show is about Bryan Cranston's character is a judge. And his son commits a hit and run. He commits a hit and run, and now they're trying to like cover it up. Kind of basically it's done. So it's deeper than that, but that's basically what it is. And throughout the show, Bryan Cranston, his character reminds me so much of his character from Breaking Bad. It reminds me so much because in Breaking Bad, he manipulates Jesse a lot. He manipulates people in general a lot, trying to convince them that they're not thinking what, like the wife, she's not thinking what he's really thinking, or I'm doing this for us type of thing. And in the show, Your Honor, I feel like that character, that same thing that we loved from him, because I hated it, but I also loved it from Breaking Bad. It comes out because he manipulates people, like trying to. This show is so good. It gets you in, and then there's so many different dynamics. But it's so good. I definitely recommend, if you are looking for a new show to watch, if you're looking for something to like pass the time. Nah, this ain't no pass the time. This ain't no pass the time show. This is a get invested show. And I think they only have 2 seasons. Like, I think from my understanding, they only have 2 seasons. Not because it was bad, but just because they didn't want to, prolong it and get to the point. Because, there's only so much you can do when something, you're trying to hide it. Like, I'm assuming eventually they find out, because I haven't gotten to season 2 or the end of season 1. So I'm assuming they find out, and you just got, so it's only so much you could do with that. But the show is amazing. And like I said, it just brings me back to like Walt. It just brings me back to Walt. And what I loved and hated about Walt, how he manipulates, and you can tell him in his tone, how he's talking to people and different characters, how he has this one best friend in the show that he asked for help with the situation regarding the weapon that was used to kill, that his son used to kill, which was a car, whatever. It was a hit and run. And he asks his friend to like get rid of this car for me without telling the friend what the car was actually used for, because it's all a secret. Come to find out, the friend does it, asks some gang members to like get rid of the car. As the gang members are getting rid of the car, the cops pull up behind, and you already know how it goes. White cops pull over a black kid, you're already guilty. Which it was guilty because they stole the car, technically speaking, but went to jail. Look, dog, it's such a great show though. It's such a great show that I would recommend you check it out. It's on Showtime. And I don't know if y'all know, but Showtime is part of Paramount Plus now. I feel like from streaming services or streaming apps, Netflix is always going to be my number one, just because, hey man, I'm grandfather then. Like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. And the crazy thing about it is I don't even watch Netflix like that. They're talking about it no more. But for whatever reason, I still support them because I'm still paying every month. I ain't going to even include Netflix in the top because it's going to be there forever, whether it's good or bad. So I'm not going to include it. But like my top streaming services that I watch right now are Hulu, because I love my shows, my cooking shows. Me and my wife love our cooking shows. Judge Steve Harvey. Anyway, Hulu. Then I'll probably go, as of late, Paramount, Peacock, and then HBO. Because HBO has a lot of quality content, but I don't really watch them like talking about it. Like the last show I probably watched on HBO was Succession. Great show. Last season for me is like falling flat. I don't know why they killed the dad. I apologize. If you're watching Succession, I'm sorry. But last season gets kind of boring for me. I'm going to leave it at that. Still one of the greatest shows I've ever watched. And I'm not just saying that. I really think it, because the first 3 seasons on Paramount Plus, I think I have that at my top. My second? Yeah, in the top 3, simply because of the shows available right now. Once I run out of shows to watch, because they also got this new show on Paramount Plus called Lioness with Zoe Saldana. Great show, really good, entertaining so far. Only 3 episodes are out so far, so far it's entertaining and I'm enjoying it. You know what the thing with me is with these shows, because that's my thing. That's my entertainment. I watch shows. That's what I do. Other than my music and obviously now doing this and editing, whenever I get my little break time, that's when I watch my shows. The thing about shows with me is if you get a little boring for whatever reason during the season, I will stop watching you. And it'll be hard for me to come back to you, to the show, simply because there are so many options out there. If you can't keep my attention, I'm going to go find something else. Bro, I got too many options. I got Netflix, I got Hulu, Peacock, Paramount, Showtime now, HBO. Like, I got too many options for you not to keep me entertained. And crazy thing about it is, it might not even be the show's fault. It might just be me. I just might lose interest. And once I lose interest, it's hard for me to go back. But I need to be on my phone is crazy. That is crazy. And I understand it for people like myself who are trying to build something on social media. I don't understand it for like people but I guess it's the same addiction. Everybody's addicted to likes. But I honestly feel that because it's damaged me so much mentally because of the like, you get accustomed to likes, and if you don't get the likes or the views, then you start to get sad or whatever. But if I wasn't using this for my music or my pod or anything to bring income in, I believe that I would delete these social medias, because it literally has gotten me in situations where I get depressed about not having the right amount of likes, or the amount of likes that I think I should have, or not having the amount of views that I think I should have. Like, a lot of the times that when I get depressed about my music, it really be about social media included in that, because it don't be like that I ain't being loved properly, or my family don't love me, or don't like it. Don't be that. It literally simply is about social media, and that is not healthy. And if I could get rid of it, I would. But I honestly feel like I can't, especially not in this phase of my life. Well, really not in any phase, because even when I do blow up, I'm going to still need social media to post my content and to post, to stay connected with you guys. But it's insane, bro. It's insane, man. Like, if you out there and you just on social media just like to have fun, just be receptive to your emotions sometimes. Be receptive to them. Be receptive to your feelings and understand where them feelings are coming from. If them feelings of depression or sadness or comparison only come when you're on social media, it might be time to take a break. Just for you, just for your health, just for your mental health sake. And like me and my coworkers, or me, not coworkers, me and some friends often talk about how it's different for the younger kids than it is for us. See, for us, 90 babies, it's not that hard for us, or early 90s, because these kids 96, 97, I mean, but early 90 babies, it's not that hard for us to be able to get off of social media, I think. I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but it's not that hard because we didn't grow up with it. We grew into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, our life was, we outside playing. Oh, we got a phone. And then we kind of like adapted. These kids nowadays are literally being born. Parents are buying them cell phones at a very young age. So now or the parent is just like, hey, hold my phone, like, play on the, whatever. So now kids are growing up with these phones and it's becoming a part of their lives, their livelihood, who they are. So to like detach them from that, like we talked about earlier with Twitter, we can't just detach people from something that they've been doing for so long. It's kind of like, I could see where they can be like, almost like a drug addict being pulled off of drugs, where it's hard. I get it, because they have their phones since they're 3, 2, 5, not 1 obviously, but like 4, 5, 3, like that age. And to get to an age where you tell your kid, I'm just taking your phone away. You can't be on your phone no more. You shouldn't be on social media. It's hard because that's all they've known for their whole life. It's tough, bro. It's tough. If I wasn't the career that I'm choosing right now, if I wasn't doing this with the music or with the arts or trying to connect with people, I would definitely be off of social media. Because me as a grown-up, as a 30-year-old man, like, I get depressed, dog. Like, it'd be a full thing where it's like, I'm depressed because I get on there and it's the comparison. I talked about it in therapy, but it's the comparison thing. And it's like, I, as a grown man that am confident in myself and sure of myself, get sad. So I can only imagine a 15, 16, 13-year-old girl or boy looking on there and looking at somebody and the beauty standard, having always to compare yourself, like, I need to be this pretty. And then they created these filters to where the perfect face filter or whatever it's called, where your face is perfect, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my nose too wide, or I got this gap, like all these different things. So now you grew up with this perfection thing being pushed in your face. You're basically telling me I'm not perfect because you're not putting that filter on and then my face looks exactly the same. It looks different. It looks perfect. So now you're telling me I'm not perfect. So I get how a 16-year-old, 15-year-old, they could, be depressed, go through that phase. Because me as a 30-year-old, I go through that phase and I'm a grown man. You know what I'm saying? And also I'm not saying that grown people can't be depressed. I'm just saying, for a grown up to allow social media to get them depressed, is what I'm saying. It's kind of like, come on. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about real life problems. I'm talking about social media, fam. That's what I'm talking about. But that's I would definitely be off of it if I didn't need it. I definitely would. Definitely would. I feel like I wouldn't be missing nothing. But since I need it and I'm here to promote, then that's what it is. Anyway, I think I've gone on for long enough. Like I said, this is a new podcast. I don't know the name of it yet. I don't know how long I'm going to go on. Clearly, I can talk, because I talked for a long bit, in my opinion. But I appreciate y'all for listening, for staying around for the whole episode. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you share. I appreciate y'all. I am your host, DHE. And this is the whatever podcast. I don't know what it's called. See y'all later. Sheesh.